Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rupaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 7 All Winners, baby, review show. This is episode 12. My name is Derek, and with me, I have my extra special co-panelists, the well-informed drag race enthusiast and extraordinaire, Lawrence and Eric Devante.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
This bright and early morning.
Yes.
Derek, I love that intro. That was good.
Very high-spirited. You look ready for brunch.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Or a yacht party. Oh, wait.
I didn't want to be the one. I thought about it. My tongue was so close.
Context. I was supposed to go to a yacht party, but it was canceled this morning. So, thanks.
Due to?
Unforeseen circumstances.
See those monkeypox is coming out, but all right. We'll keep it under wraps.
Well, you guys, it all comes down to this. The grand finale. Are y'all sad? Are y'all happy? Are you excited? Bittersweet?
Bittersweet, definitely. I love these queens, and this was a good season, but I think I'm ready to hop back into the regular format. I think that's the only reason why I'm excited.
You want to see queens cry. You want to see them go back to the workroom and rethink their life.
Well, you look. Not in that order. I just like the thrill of competition, and this was competitive, but I think the format change definitely affected it. But it was still a great season.
Yeah. Lawrence, are you saying that you wish that there was more queens so that RuPaul wouldn't have time to perform? All right.
I'm not sure. Oh.
Go.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if we can call what RuPaul does on the main stage a performance, but I will say that I'm not sad at all that this season is done. It hasn't been my favorite season for a lot of different reasons, which I'm sure we'll discuss. So, out with the old and in with the new.
Yes. So are y'all ready to get into this all-star gig, Mama?
Yes, absolutely.
I need.
Perfect. So All-Star 7, episode 12, season finale was Friday, and today we'll be reviewing. But first, let's go ahead and recap last week's episode. So last week, the Crown Queens gave us their all in the charity talent show extravaganza worth 3 stars. Gag. Each queen joined RuPaul and Michelle Visage for an intimate tic-tac chit-chat. And by the end of that episode, both Monet and Shea won their maxi challenge. Monet, having the most stars by the end of the episode, broke the Jada and Trinity tie and puts Trinity in the top 4 because why else would you have an alliance? RuPaul announces that the other 4 queens will compete in their own Lollapalooza SmackDown worth $50,000, which was another gag of the episode. But this week, in the season finale, all 8 queens will compete one last time in not 1, 2 lip sync SmackDowns for not 1, but 2 crowns that determine who will become the queen of she done already done had hers out of Jada, Raja, Evie, and the Vivian. And for the queen of all queens battle, we have the 4 queens who earned the most stars this season, arguably. Legendary legend stars during the season, which were Monet, Jinx, Shea, and Trinity. Early thoughts on like who going into the lip sync, who would slay this? Out of she already done had hers. Who did you think was going to take this home in the beginning?
Definitely Jada and Evie. They're the strongest lip syncers of those 4.
Nice.
I thought it was gonna be Jada. She's the strongest lip sync of those 4.
Yep. Okay, well, for me, I also thought that Jada was going to take it. I didn't put Evie up there Evie up there for some reason. I thought Jada and Raja for the same reason why. No spoilers, but
I think it's because Raja looks better in color.
Yeah.
Well, if you're thinking about that lip sync with her and Jinx, that is Lawrence's reference point right now. On top of it, I don't understand how y'all keep bypassing Evie Oddly like she wasn't the first ever lip sync assassin.
Oh, girl, don't make us reference like episode 7 now. All right, let's just keep it moving.
We can reference it, but y'all are not going to sleep on Evie Oddly. Evie Oddly is one of the best lip syncers that show has ever seen.
You know, yes, I got to send you guys a link of this. She did a show recently, and she was doing some flips and some dips, and she was bopping and dipping and spinning, as RuPaul would say. And it was she still got it. She got the juice. She just chooses not to squeeze it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the queens enter the workroom to discuss the things of the things. So a couple of things that came up.
Lawrence is hell. Get off the camera until you collect yourself. Get off the camera.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Derek.
Okay, so the queens enter the workroom to discuss the things of the things. So Shay has catapulted herself all the way to the top 4 after just one episode. Monet jokingly says that she has the most stars, which ultimately means that she's better than everyone, which I'm not disagreeing there. And then Monet also addresses that how she was forced to break the tie so sudden, probably unexpectedly, right? Jada and Trinity were up for the top 4. And that little moment in the workroom from I guess what would have been elimination day or runway day, Jada says, hey, jokingly, I can't believe that you chose your twinner over somebody you just met. So bringing this up because some people say that it was Jada that she hooked up with, but she said she just met Jada. Remember Monet said that, hey, I hooked up with somebody from the cast. We can X off Jada on that list. Did you guys put that together? You guys forgot about Monet's little lie?
No, I thought about it when I watched the pit stop, and I'm just gonna go with Bob. He probably had sex with her. Like
somebody on this cast.
No, Monet probably. But that's what Bob said. Monet probably had sex with Trinity.
I cannot imagine that.
I can't either. But honestly, I don't know what Monet's type is. I don't think
Monet's stage. Why can't you imagine that? You have a visual.
And on top of it, this isn't their first rodeo together. They've toured together being twinners. Like, it makes sense. And I really don't know Monet's type to say Trinity is completely off the mark. Like, yeah. I'm not putting it past Monet. I don't know her.
Right. And you know what?
Trinity soaked it up? Excuse me.
You set him up for it.
Well,
yeah, drink your drink. You're no better.
It's kind of making that little awkward RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked sound. A little cling, 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 cling.
Yes. We don't have to deal with that now. It's House of Love cocktails. They're in a can.
Yes, and RuPaul is overcharging them as always. So RuPaul walks in the workroom and has this suit, this gold suit on. Did you guys love the look? Are you rating his closet?
I can't even remember what RuPaul was wearing. I guess it looked good.
I didn't remember this one, so it must not have been a standout.
It wasn't. But, he comes in and he tells the girls that the mini challenge, yes, I said that correctly. The mini challenge is back after being gone for so long throughout this entire season. And they are he comes out very, complimentary and showing the girls a lot of love. And basically tells them that they have to get in quick drag for the Soul Train. So as a small goodbye gift to the queens and celebration of their last day in the workroom, RuPaul brought out the pit crew for one last time and in a spirited mini challenge. So they had to do 15 minutes to get into quick drag and participate in the Soul Train dance party, which honestly was so good to see. But did you guys catch how awkward it was when they said when RuPaul came out and said this is a quick drag challenge? They looked so above that to me. They were like, quick drag.
Especially my fave. Jada Essence is the queen of quick drag. She looks great every time. Every single time.
She looked good.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna just skip over the fact that Shay looked good too. Shay looks good too.
I mean,
Shay, Monet, no makeup. You know,
Monet does not care to do it when she doesn't have to do it.
Ooh.
I was like, Monet. Raja looked good too.
Raja looked funny as hell. Jinx actually looked pretty good too. I'm like, is this a bodysuit that she put on? She put on a nice little jumpsuit. I was like, why you didn't wear this on the main stage?
Yeah. No jumpsuits on the main stage.
No, I think for Jinx, she could spare one or two.
Derek, please.
I would say that I think Jada looked the best as well. But can we get into Trinity's wig reveal, the hairspray reveal? Please tell me you guys caught that. I put it in the outline. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That
was good.
Was that not iconic? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
So it was like
she pulled like the hairspray, like she pulled down like her the front part
like
of her wig
with rollers. It was like an updo with rollers. And then but it had like a door, and she opened it, and it was a can of hairspray inside of the updo, and then she closed the wig back and said, "Pshh."
I need to go rewatch that. How the hell did I miss that?
When was she going to use that? That was a waste of a. That was a waste of a
reveal
because that was so cute, but we did get to see it, so I guess it wasn't a waste. So we are going to the runway, and tonight it is just family. The judges panel: RuPaul, Michelle, Carson, and Ross. Do we have the judges panel?
Do we have any what?
Judges panel photo.
Oh, do we have the judges panel photo?
If not, I can share my screen.
Share your screen, Derek. Because I don't have that one in here.
What are we seeing right now?
Us.
Let me try that.
Let me see, actually, because I might have to bring it up. That could be a me thing. Nope, I don't see it.
Let's see, screen 3. This is too good not to show.
You want to share?
I did. Are we seeing this?
Okay, you got you.
Okay. Oh, not from the internet. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Right.
You want to go, Lawrence? It's okay. I need to think about my words before I give them.
Okay. It's a 2 for Michelle. Michelle looks beautiful.
Yes.
It's a 2 for Ross. I like what he's wearing. I like what Carson's wearing too. I think they all look really nice. I mean, RuPaul I audibly gasped when RuPaul came out. The hair is just everything. The dress being those feathers were literally flowing the way it was supposed to flow. The silhouette is gorgeous. Her legs look gorgeous. And again, I'm like 62. Where? She looks phenomenal. And I will say RuPaul saved the best for last. This is the best she's looked all season. This dress is really, 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 really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a shoot for me. Absolutely. And the shoes with it. She looks great.
Michelle looks great. I love the hair always. Ross and the bomber sweaters, I don't have much for it. Honestly, I don't. And then there's always that gap between the pants and the ankle. And it's just, I hate that. And he does it every week. Carson looks great. Rue, like, girl, get the out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. This outfit is spectacular. This outfit looks like it tastes good. Rue looks like he smells good. Like, the hair is just everything. Everything. I'm tooting everything but Ross's. It's a bomber with the zipper again.
I think he's promoting a line, and yeah, he is consistent.
I don't like it.
I mean, Jinx won the season, and she kind of wore like
what?
Let's not do that. Ross's outfits have nothing going on.
I mean, Bianca won her season, and she kind of wore.
No. The fact that you compare Ross's fashion to Jinx is rude. Borderline hateful.
Was I far off?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I'll say that I love when it's just family on the runway on the judging panel. Carson looks great. Ross looks fine for me, and Michelle, I feel like always looks good. RuPaul, Miss Paul, this is the best she's looked all season. This is the best she's looked all season, and she's looked good this season. But this is my favorite look of the entire season. This might be one of my favorite looks of RuPaul of all time.
I agree.
Breathtaking. She looks like a doll. I don't know.
It looks like cake or like sorbet or like it just looks so good. And the hair is still just signature RuPaul. Like it just looks so good.
Let me find out this is a promo look. Let me find out this is a promo look. You know she wore this for something else.
Right. 2 in 1 day. 2 in 1 day.
I mean, if you're gonna 2 in 1 day something, this needs to be seen by everyone. This is it.
Absolutely. If this was a real doll, I'd buy it. Like if this was a RuPaul doll, I'd buy it.
Yeah, this is so cute. Actually, between this look and her the promo for her for All Stars All Winter season with the green dress, between these two looks, I'd frame it in my house. Sure would.
Last week's look was so good to me too. That red and white with the white hair, that was it.
That was good. That was good.
I think her first episode look of this season is the only one that really rivals this one.
I do not remember that far back.
She was wearing the really colorful
jumpsuit,
the catsuit, and she had like the white hair that was like crinkly cut to the side.
Yeah,
they added some melanin bits in her makeup. She just looked damn good.
Yeah, that outfit was great. Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. All right, so after RuPaul gives us exactly what we want, it's time for the runway. And tonight's runway category is Grand Finale Eleganza. Our queens walk the runway one more time. So why don't we go through each queen?
Okay.
Give our give a toot or a boot and then a quick something about it.
Can we put this off to the side before we start?
I don't think it will allow it. We can try. Yeah, it doesn't really allow for it. It's very weird, unless it's a video.
Okay.
But I'll bring it down so that way you can like see reactions. So who do you guys want to start with?
Let's go ahead and start with the first who came out, Jada Essence Hall.
Okay, take a look because I'm about to drop it.
Okay. And then we'll start with you, Eric.
Jada Essence Hall looks beautiful. It gave me exquisite. It gave me luxury. It gave me Black Hollywood from like the early 1900s. And Little Eartha Kitt, Dorothy Dandridge. It just gave me Jada knows her references. Jada has culture. Jada has money. Jada has traveled. I loved it. It was spectacular for me.
Yes. Lawrence.
It's definitely a toot. I mean, she looks beautiful. She always looks beautiful. The dress looks opulent. She owns 51% of the dress. She looks great. She looks really, really good. It's a toot.
This episode, I totally agree with the both of you, but I have to preface this by saying a lot of these were shoots for me, and I don't know if it was just because it's the final episode, but a lot of these were shoots, and I would say Jada was a shoot for me. I do think that she looked very expensive, very rich, and I just loved it. And I think she said it was like to pay homage to like Black women in Hollywood, if I heard her correctly, which was super nice. I couldn't help but think, and we kind of talked about this offline, but like her and Angeria having similar, like almost similar pageanty style. And does this not remind you of the J-Lo look that Angeria did season 14?
Oh yes, it does actually. The Met Gala one.
Yes. And I really love this look on her. Good eye. What about the Viv? The Viv in this all Black number, saying that she wanted to do something different from the other time that she won. She wore something a lot lighter last time when she won RuPaul's Drag Race UK, and now she's going the dark routes. Eric, why don't you kick us off for the Viv?
I love the concept of this dress. I love the Black ostrich feathers. Black just looks so good, especially as an ostrich feather. Her makeup looks amazing as usual. Airbrush, the hair color was nice. My thing with the Vivienne for finale looks, I find that she kind of takes that moment to be a little minimalist, which doesn't always pay off. For her original season, it was that like 2-3 shades of pink dress, which wasn't bad looking. It just was uneventful. And I think this one is definitely a step up from that. However, if she could have did like some slight embellishments or like Black appliques on the corseted area, so it doesn't just look like a base corset with like a brown undertone, that would have pushed it over the edge, because the sleeve part and the base looks very expensive, but the corset itself looks like it was an afterthought. So maybe like some Black appliques or something to like make it look more elevated, because we've seen that silhouette, we've seen that type of dress before. So I think that, it was a good look, but it was a little understated for me.
Yeah, I agree. It could have been stepped up just a little bit more. Actually, she could probably go to a dinner in this.
Which probably, and she would look like the best person in the room, but like on the main stage, it doesn't have the same effect.
Right, I agree. Lawrence?
It's a soft toot for me. I mean, I love again like the Black ostrich feathers, pretty much everything that Eric said. The corset part, she looks pretty in it. When I was looking at a lot of these runways, I was trying to imagine RuPaul like actually putting a crown like on their head. Like, is this dress ready to accept a crown in? And I don't think that the Vivienne's dress was ready to accept the crown in. So that's why I'm giving it like a soft toot. She doesn't look bad. It's beautiful. But it's not, it doesn't say like winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken sounds good.
Yes. Well, I didn't even think about it like that, Lawrence. A lot of these queens, I would have loved for them to been crowned with this. Actually, I would have loved if RuPaul actually got up and crowned the winner, but RuPaul was, I guess, in her sweats, like allegedly, that she does. Allegedly. And listen, the Vivienne, I'm gonna toot this look. Expensive. What are the feathers that are normally frowned upon?
Chicken feathers.
Right. The ostrich feathers is the. She looks good. She looks good. But yeah, it was one of the few that I thought, okay, this just doesn't give grand finale eleganza, but it looks good. Let's go into Evie Oddly, and then let's kick it back off to you, Mars.
Evelyn. It was good. It
Oh my god.
It's like something like this dress is beautiful and I love Evie in it, but I have to boot it only because like for what like the purpose like of this kind of eleganza is, it's not like kind of tasteful enough. Ironically enough, it being a cake, right? But it's not like it's not giving me like it's almost like just too camp. Like it's too like it almost seems like this was meant for like another challenge, and then she like switched her mind at the last minute, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna wear this like and that's what just kind of like what it gave. But she looks great in it. I'm loving kind of like the direction, like what Evie's trying, like taking like these kind of like risks of kind of like inching towards glamour. She's not quite there yet, but just kind of inching towards like, okay, maybe a little bit more dress and stuff instead of like, you know, a Bug's Life, you know, type of drag or something like that. So I mean, I'll give it an extremely soft 2 because she looked good in it, but it's a boot in terms of like eleganza.
Eric.
The hair I love. I love the concept of this. Y'all know I love cake. I love the concept of this. It's just not my favorite dress that I've seen on Evie. So I don't really like this one. Let me look again. Hold on.
Sometimes you gotta double back and make sure. Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Right. Like I like the color scheme of this. And I love the way that the hair is frosting, and she looks good. I'm just not big on this dress per se. It's not a bad look. It's just not what I want to see.
Yeah. I'll give it a very soft 2. I kind of feel like you guys when it's like, it's nice, it's cute, and I do like the color palette as well. I think it's a beautiful color palette. It took me a minute to realize that that's actually supposed to be like frosting on her head or something like that, which was cute. I did see that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, it looks like it's from Amazon. So I think that this might be a costume. Be a costume or something. And I don't know if it gave like grand finale eleganza. Right. It looks like I can wear this for Halloween and call it a cake. And not not drag?
No, and I think that that's one of the things that we have to think about moving forward. Like, we just have these opinions, and it doesn't always mean it's a drag. I think there are ways to say, as I've learned in the past. But I don't think that what you said was a drag just now. So let me ask you, would you say that this is of the same caliber of Crystal Method's Pinata from her finale? Or reunion?
Was it the finale?
Or reunion? I just know she was a pinata towards the end.
I don't remember, but I really, really, really love Crystal Method. So I think what she does is like drag. I'm not saying that Evie doesn't do drag because she definitely does drag, but I'm thinking that this just could have been stepped up a little bit. Did you guys see the pit stop?
Yes.
Bob said, what if she opened it up and there was cupcakes inside?
That would have been cute.
Right. Next level.
It could have been a mess, but that could have been cute. We've seen it on the UK season. It wasn't cupcakes, but it was close.
Yep. That would have been a gag, but soft tooth for me.
But it's not appropriate for like 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 put the gimmicks and stuff like that away. Like show us like you're ready to take this crown. Like, is this gonna look good on me like right now? And it's like you already have frosting coming out of like your head, so we couldn't even put a crown on that, like if we wanted to. And then it's just like I don't know. Like I kind of feel like let's just kind of keep everything elevated or like or opulent or like expensive right now. Like let's just give us like your
glamour.
And if anything, that would have been the real gag, is if Evie actually came out in something that was like just like a nice long train right behind, like all the way down, where it's still a little camp because of the longness of the train or the length of the train. But it's still expensive. I feel like that would be more of a gag. Like this is what we expect Evie to do. So it's not as gaggy or, I don't know.
Yeah, but she's actually had some really good looks this season. I saw them do a promo this for this season ahead of the premiere, and they said it might have been Kelly Clarkson's show. Don't quote me.
Oh yes.
But they said who has been like the fashion queen of the season, or who has been bringing the looks this season, just as a teaser for people to watch. And some of them were like, Evie, when Evie turns the corner, I'm like gagged. One of the queens said. And that Evie really came with some looks this season. And just quickly, what do you think? What looks do you think were like gag worthy of Evie this season? This is the grand finale eleganza. I think that you guys know the look. I'm thinking
the fur,
the velvet. What was it? What
velvet?
Was that fur?
Velvet was a category
Nitty
on
nitty
its
bang
own.
bang.
Nitty nitty bang bang. I would say the
All Glowed Up was really, really good too. I love that mushroom.
Yep.
Thing she had going on.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite three of hers.
Yeah. That was just about it. Eric, you really like that green like scorpion look bodysuit.
No, I didn't.
Number.
I didn't really dislike it though.
Oh,
I didn't dislike it. I thought it was conceptual. I didn't have any strong feelings on it. I thought it looked good. There was someone on here, it might have been Lawrence, that didn't really like it. I was like, it was cool.
I hated it. Yeah, it was cool.
Let's go into the next queen and let's talk about Raja. Raja.
I love this. I think it looks so well executed. She looks like the queen of the bugs. Hold on, I'm still looking. The color palette on this is so smooth. The print is beautiful. And Raja just really is someone that gives looks that you really have to think about over time. And then like maybe a year down the line, you start to understand it. Yeah, Raja just has had such sickening drag for me since season 3, and it continued this season. And I love her. I love this look. I love it. It was one of the best on the runway for the night.
So is that a boot?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I mean,
I meant
it's a shoe.
Oh, it's a shoe.
It's a shoe. The concept was well executed. It looked expensive. It just looked like thought went into it. And I love that.
Yeah, yes. I like that it was different for Raja. It's not something that I would really actually expect Raja to do, but I'm also not surprised that she would do it, but also I wasn't expecting it. When she came out, it almost seems as though Raja was kind of coming out like, yeah, bitches made a mistake. I am the queen of all queens, like, and this is why. It's definitely a shoot for me. Like, Raja thinks before she walks around that corner. Is this together? Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? It's the details. And I love that in all of Raja's outfits, you can always kind of feel her thinking process. Like, this needs to be more like this because this is going to accentuate that. And you learn to appreciate it a lot more. Yeah, it's a shoot for me.
Are you saying Raja's look was to spite Michelle Visage?
No, because I think that Raja would have to care about Michelle Visage to spite her. And I don't think she does.
Because that wasn't one of her original judges. So, this is Raja's first go-round with Michelle in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that also came to mind for me too with like even the exchange that has been talked about for the past couple of episodes, but since Trinity revealed it that Raja and Michelle kind of got into it a couple of episodes ago. And who are you to judge me and all that? And it's just because I think Raja just isn't used to that. But the gentleman that was on the show on her season, which was Santino,
right?
Santino. So he almost sometimes was just as critical. So, but for me, Raja is a shoot. Raja is a shoot. I really, really, really appreciated this look. Now, this is grand finale eleganza. It did go a different route. Like she just takes you on this trip, and I wonder if she made it herself. I did not check, but she looks fantastic. It's just a shoot. It's a shoot for me.
In the Aussie accent.
Yes. Let's get into Monet Exchange.
Would you like to go first, Derek?
I would love to go first. Monet Exchange, it is a shoot for me. I'll say it took me a minute to get there because I have a thing about, where's the wig, honey? Where's the wig? But it was so cool. I just thought it was a risk that she went out there with no wig, and I'm not sure if they really, I guess, care anymore. But I definitely think she nailed that look. I love I guess it was piercings across the face. It's just the makeup was good, the dress was good. It was a nude bodysuit, but I thought it matched very well, and I thought it looked really good. Monet was a shoot for me. I thought she looked really good, really good. The purple on her skin, just like butter. It just looks good. I loved it. Eric?
Who's next?
Eric?
Oh, I like this one. I do. I think that Monet's skin looks beautiful. I think that the accessories are really pretty. I don't think that the bald head is reinventing the wheel because Lala Ree did that on her reunion, and some other queens have done it as well. So maybe there's no shock value there. I think she looks beautiful though. I would toot this. I remember because it looks better on screen than it does in this picture because of the movement of it all. So yes, I do like this one. I do like it.
Yes. It's Lawrence. Thoughts on Monet Exchange?
It's a heavy beef and broccoli Timberland boot for me.
Ooh,
I hate everything about this. I hate
the whole
this.
Thing?
Yeah, I do. The fact that she's not wearing a wig completely pissed me off. This is like eleganza. You're a drag queen. Put a wig on your head. I go, Sasha Velour didn't do it. She's not Sasha Velour. Put a fucking wig on your head. That's number one. Number two, wear a dress. Wear a dress. Wear a dress. She's wearing a bodysuit with pseudo piercings through it, and she slapped on something that Raja O'Hara in her purple closet wore on the back. I hate everything about this. I was so confused why Monet, who has 5 stars, would come out in this and expect a crown to go on her head. This was so disappointing for me. I think I rolled my eyes at the screen.
Monet won her season with a red leotard and a blonde wig.
Yeah, which was a little cringe. Which was a little
what are we talking about here? It was
the expectation really that high? Was the expectation that high for?
Well, the difference between season 4 or All Stars 4 and this is that their final eleganza look they all changed out of. So what Monet actually was wearing, that nice
the blue and purple,
it looked like fern locks. Or something like that with the locks and that was gorgeous. That was ready for a crown, right? That was ready for a crown. What she switched into was getting ready for a lip sync. She can't lip sync and do what she wants and fight her to what she was doing there. So there's a difference, obviously, that's there. This, however, as being your last showing, why is this the last thing that you want people to see you in? I just don't get it. Like after like it's already been spoken about, like she's elevated like her looks and like all of those type of things. I'm like, I didn't. It's a boot. I have nothing positive to say about this.
I actually loved it. I thought it was pretty cool and different. I definitely could have saw a crown being put on it, and I feel like she walked out there feeling confident, like she loved what and she does that often. Like whether you think it's crunch or not, or whether anybody think it's crunch, she always walks out and she just owns it, and I just love that about Monet. I just really love that. All righty, let's go ahead and go to Shea Coulee. And I'll go ahead and pass it over to the president of the Stan Club, Lawrence.
I have no words. Like this is just gorgeous. Shea, this was crown fucking ready. She made sure she wore like a nice little short pixie cut, just in case the crown was heavy. Bitch, Shea was ready, and I think to a certain degree, we kind of all knew Shea wasn't taking this crown home, but if I'm gonna leave you guys on this main stage, bitch, this is I love the bottom of that dress. How every time she just walked, it just kind of like moved with her. I love that silhouette of it, like just fanning out. It just oh gosh, it just said like Black woman opulence and like, oh my goodness. I'm actually starting to kind of notice that like the looks that Shea kind of has with like short hair are some of like her better like looks. Like that first lip sync outfit with Old MacDonald, she had that short hair with that dress that looks like it just looks so beautiful. Shea just looks so beautiful. Like this and Raja's looks are probably my only shoots. Like this is a shoot. I love this. This was gorgeous. And the colors look so good against her skin. I guess most colors will because she has like that rich, deep chocolate, even skin tone. But it just kind of looked like a horizon that's coming up off of like, it just looks so good. Shea just looks so good. She really does. The accessories are just like just enough to accentuate the dress. Her makeup looked great. Like she looks, it's a shoot for me.
Eric, what about you?
I think Shea looks beautiful. She looks beautiful. I would only toot this because I don't think it's anything we have never seen before. I don't think she's reinventing the wheel. But the color palette is amazing. Shea knows what colors go great on her skin. The haircut looks good. Shea's skin is spectacular. Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Toot for me.
Shea is a beautiful queen. Love the pixie. Love the colors on her skin. I'm going to have to boot it. I am booting this look. I'm booting this look.
Wow. Take us on a trip in your mind.
This has to be
an acid trip.
Probably one of my least favorite looks on Shea. Again, I love Shea. I'm so happy she's in the top 4. I envisioned her being in the top 4, fighting for the crown. But can we look at it one more time?
Yes, of course.
Does she not look like a vegetable skewer?
That sounds so good right now.
I mean, honestly, if vegetables look like Shea, I would probably eat them a lot.
Like a zucchini.
It does. It looks like what you get off a grill on the skewer. I see what you're saying with the layers and stuff. Is that a bad thing? Do skewers not get you where you want to be?
I don't like that. Yeah, that. I didn't really care for the colors together, but the colors do look good on her skin. It really does look good on her skin. And that's just melanin magic right there. I didn't really care. I feel like she really could have like gagged us with something extra, like super out of this world for the grand finale. But just that's my expectation of Shea. So Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I just want to be clear because
He
I'm
is about to
combative.
drag Monet to the pits of hell.
Wait, no. I just really need to understand, what is your expectation of Monet then? Like, if your expectation of Shay is to like be like this opulent princess, what is your expectation of Monet giving her a shoot wearing a bodysuit with metal through it?
So I think about how much how far Monet has come. Like, I'm really excited to go on the journey with Monet and just see how far she's come. Like, I feel like this season she stepped it up a lot. I knew that with her fashions, Monet wasn't the go-to girl for fashion, for looks or whatever. But this season, I feel like she's done better. And I thought this was cool. I also feel the same way about the wig, Lawrence, as you, when she came out. That was my first, like, the off-putting part of her runway look was no wig. That did irritate me, but then I had to think, like, this is actually really cool when they got a close-up of the bodysuit and all the things of it, and the makeup and the piercings and stuff. I thought it was super cool. So I thought it was different, and it's just her interpretation. I think Shay can do better than this, in my opinion.
Shay has done better than this.
Shay is better at fashion to me than Monet. So I really would have loved to have been gagged when she turned that corner on the runway one more time, and I just didn't get that this time.
Now, to be fair, because I guess I'm the impartial party here, Monet has done better too. So
yeah, yes, absolutely. Monet has done better. There's a lot of I think even her promo look was better than this, but I actually do. I'm shooting Monet, and I'm gonna boot Shay's.
Yeah, this outfit definitely was a shoot.
I think you're lusting for Monet. I don't. To be honest,
didn't you have her in the bathroom? He said that last episode, right? He had her in the bathroom at Roscoe's, or one of those places.
No, I've never been to Roscoe's, and I was in the line at DragCon, and I saw past the bathroom. That's when I saw her. She probably was coming out the back. It probably wasn't the bathroom, but I saw her incognito with night drag. Yeah,
gorge.
So, party. Let's kick it off into Trinity to the top. Want to start us off, Eric?
I think Trinity looks gorgeous. I think Trinity looks expensive. I love the wig. I will say, once again, like Shay, we are not reinventing the wheel, because this could easily be something out of Plastique Tiara's closet, or Asia O'Hara's closet from season 10. Definitely, actually, because she definitely did a nude illusion with a pink cape and like brown curled hair, and rhinestones. Actually, wow, that is pretty much the same outfit. With that in mind, it's a boot, and I hate it. I'm just playing. I think it looks pretty. It's a 2. It's pretty. It's just not anything different. But at this point, Trinity has been the best on the runway for me just about all season. So, like, yeah, this isn't like the best, but it's still damn good. It's still damn good.
For sure.
And she looks expensive, so I think it falls under the category.
She does. And that hair?
Yeah, that hair is moving.
The hair was good. Lawrence?
It's a boot. I don't know what the hell Eric is talking about, but this is a boot. She's literally wearing a bedazzled leotard with like a cape that's following behind her. The hair looks good, but again, that hair does not say ready for a crown to me. Nothing about this says ready for a crown to me at all. I was completely disappointed that Trinity would actually grace the screen with this on. This felt, oh my God, like, I'm surprised she even packed this to come to LA.
No, I'm gagging. You are so biased because Shay got a shoot and this gets a boot. I refuse to go with that.
Well, Shay's was a dress that was like ready for a crown. She looks like she's wearing a costume.
It's a
she's
standard
wearing
dress
a
with
costume.
It's a pretty dress with nice colors, but it's nothing we have not seen on this main stage before. It's not even close to one of Shay's best looks. You are so biased.
No, I'm not being biased at all. I actually agreed with you. I actually agree with you all season about Trinity. Like, Trinity probably has had like the best looks, like just overarching, like in general. But this as being like a final eleganza extravaganza for All Star 7, I'm sorry, but no. And she kept opening up the cape. Like, we don't want to actually see that, girl. Like, close the fucking cape. Like, I don't understand. Like, what? There's nothing underneath to be shown. Like, what are you showing us? Like, what? Oh my God, why would she do this?
You know what? I apologize, Shay. Lawrence got me out of my element. Never should I bring down another queen, especially a Black queen, for uplifting another one. However,
well, you've been doing that for all of the reviews, so why apologize now?
I do not think that deserves a boo. I don't. I do not. You're lucky. I love
Eric.
Shay, I don't want to like
what Trinity is wearing right now with it on the screen. You can pull her back up. On the screen, you think that is crown ready? Like, I'm ready to snatch this shit. Like when she thought, like, all right, eleganza, I'm wearing this. If I make it to the final before they knew the rules and everything, she did this, and this was her dress that she made, inspired by like RuPaul. Is like light years ahead of this. That to me is more crown ready.
Which dress was that?
When she made that blue dress, that was inspired by like RuPaul's like season 8, right? That to me is like, whew, all right. And the fact that she made it, but like this, the only thing that's like really nice about this is the stoning. I will say that moving up close, the stoning looks gorgeous, but it's a costume. Like, I'm sorry, like we have to like it's a costume. No.
You know what? I kind of see I've seen both of your points in this look. It's a strong toot for me. Not entirely your shoot. Yeah, it's definitely a strong toot for me. I will say, first of all, I love the hair. Oh, the hair looks so good. I love that color on Trinity. It looks good. And then can we get the picture like one more time? Because yes, it is a leotard. It just looks, that picture, the color on her just looks so good. And I do feel like, what is this, what would you guys call that? An
overcoat?
Short. She like the overcoat just was beautiful. I thought she looked really good, and I can see her being crowned in that. Yes. Now I do not think that grand finale eleganza always has to be a dress or a gown that hits the floor. Look at Raja. Didn't we love Raja's look?
Season 3? Oh, you mean this time?
No, this season. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
I don't always think.
I will say though, I think if Raja was like in the actual like running, Raja wouldn't have wore that.
I feel like Raja would have wore that.
Yeah, I think
Trinity.
I think she would have worn that. I think she would have worn that, and also I think it was interesting because Trinity said on her runway, her final runway, if I remember correctly, she said, "My runways have been really strong this season." Image. I do not disagree. She has had great, like phenomenal runways all season. I think we were even talking about at one point in our review that she has Queen of all queens material. And I could definitely see her crowned in it. She looks gorgeous. Moving on to the one and only Jinx Monsoon. Lawrence, I'm just like dying to hear what you have to say.
I have nothing positive to say about this at all.
Please, just it's a pass.
It's a boot. It's just a boot. Like, why would Jinx walk around the corner where, like, I could literally hear the artist formerly known as Fifi O'Hara replaying over in my mind again and again, like, go back to Party City where you belong. Go back to Party City where you belong. Like, what the fuck is Jinx even thinking? Oh, that's right. She's not thinking. And the fact that she would even try and sell this to the audience that have overly supported her. I mean, what the fuck? Is she serious? This is a boot. Like, why did she do this? Whatever. It's a boot. It's a very heavy boot. You know, like a Hurricane Katrina boot. Like, it's a boot.
Okay, for a second, I could not get myself off of mute. I felt like you were going to boot it, Lawrence. That's why I just wanted you to kick us off. Eric, thoughts?
It's a boot.
It's a boot. It's a boot.
I'm gonna stop it right there.
I'm going to join and say it's a boot for me. I will say I did enjoy the hair. I enjoyed the hair. The hair was nice. The hair was nice. And maybe she was just trying to fulfill her LARPing fantasy. This is definitely something you would, I guess, LARP in, but I'm gonna join the boot train with this one. It's not.
Didn't she get a chipped tooth by LARPing? She said that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. So why would she wear something that she would LARP in again? Like, how many crowns does she actually want? Like, honey, no.
The crown joke. I can't. So top toots. Let's just give our top toots, and then we'll go into the final critiques and the dubbing of the season. My top toot will be Raja for the grand finale, Eleganza. Lawrence, who's your top toot?
Shay.
Okay. Not mad at it. Who is your top two, Eric?
Honestly, I'm very undecided. I'll be honest with y'all. This is probably not my favorite finale runway.
No, I agree 100%.
I agree.
I agree 100%.
I agree.
Yes.
In fact, I think that they were starting to run out of outfits by this episode.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean,
yeah, Shay's,
right.
Shay's look. Yeah, I feel like
it was shade.
Yeah. I think it was.
Yeah.
And if they were running out of outfits and they came up with this, then I'll shoot everybody.
Right.
Yeah, like I mean, this is still pretty damn good. No one was like horrendous except for Jinx. But I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I think my top two of the week is I'm divided between Jada, Shay, and Raja. I think I'm gonna give it to Raja because it's just very different. I'm gonna give it to Raja.
Yeah, Raja's was so out of this world and so like unique. I just love to see Raja just create and just take us on this trip this whole entire season with her looks and just remind the girls that she is that girl. She is that girl. The style, the queen of style, because I know she doesn't want to be called the queen of fashion anymore or the fashion queen. Now, we know how the judges' critiques went, but the dubbing was super, super interesting. I'm just going to run through them, and you tell me, does this sound appropriate? Jada Essence Hall. They dubbed her the essence of everything. You guys agree? She's fabulous.
I do. You know, I love me some Jada Essence Hall. She showed us that she has the aesthetic. She has the comedic timing. She has a great personality. She can dance. She can do the whole music thing. I think Jada is definitely queen of all queens material to be on this cast, definitely.
Yeah. And I really thought she was going to take the crown for the, she done already done had hers because she's so deserving.
Absolutely. We'll speak about a lot of these decisions throughout this panel. But there were a lot of questionable choices being made.
Yeah.
Oh boy, were there.
We have Raja as the shaman of chic, the Vivian as the powerhouse scout, Evie Oddly as the queen of the queerdos, Jinx Monsoon, the show queen supreme, which seems appropriate, the Monet Exchange as the diva of heart and soul, Shea Coulee as the empress of excellence, Trinity the Tuck as the CEO and sass, brass, and a whole lot of ass. And RuPaul gives a very emotional and heartfelt speech, followed by Monet with another speech. And they got pretty teary-eyed. Any thoughts on that? All the queens actually look like they got pretty teary-eyed.
I love when the queens are able to express gratitude to Ru because Ru has been a part of their lives for a long time. And of course, we don't know what that looks like behind the scenes. But I think the queens that Ru really rocks with, like he rocks with them hard. So I love that. Like, I really do. I did enjoy that moment.
Yes, I've kind of poked fun, jokingly, of course, about RuPaul and his emotions sometimes and how sincere.
No, you
I
meant
guess it
that.
is.
You meant that.
I
You
guess
meant
it
that.
is.
That you were not poking fun, honey. You were
I
laughing
poke fun.
your
I
ass
actually,
off.
I
Like,
love RuPaul. I love RuPaul and Miss Paul, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, girls, stop it. You be sending these girls home like crazy. Don't even send them home with no therapy or nothing. How much do you really love them? But I just love the feel of this entire season, how much he's like shown love to the girls. Lawrence, how'd you feel about that?
I have no thoughts.
No thoughts. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have thoughts about RuPaul once again gracing the stage and performing a song off her newest album, Mama Ru, called Smile. Any thoughts on this performance? She got up and apparently, this was a daydream of Michelle's dream of being attacked by killer clowns. Honestly, for me, anything to see this look bounce and see Mama walk in this look, I loved it. I was just mesmerized by the outfit. Thoughts on the performance? Do we love when RuPaul sends the girls back and says, "Let me show you how it's done"?
I pretty much love when RuPaul gets up and sings a song. Just about always. The song does play a part, but I also love seeing RuPaul do that. I wasn't super into Smile, but the dress. It was the dress. The dress kept my attention the whole time. I didn't really pay attention to the dancers. Once I realized I didn't like the song, I was like, all right, let's just look at her.
Yeah, right.
And that's what I did.
Cannot understand that one lyric, but yes, definitely. She looked good. So when we come back from after that performance, it is time for the battle of
Lawrence, you didn't have any thoughts?
You really didn't have any thoughts?
Oh, I mean, you didn't ask me.
I did,
but I think I'm
sorry.
You see how easy it is to forget? It's not your fault.
I thought you said pass.
I thought you said
pass. Sorry. Sorry, Lawrence. What were your thoughts on the performance?
I went to the bar to get a drink.
Okay. And when you came back, was it time for the lip sync Lollapalooza?
Thank you, Jesus. Yes.
Okay. So it's battle of the queen of she done already done had hers, and they bring out the infamous wheel like they do like they've been doing for the past couple finales, or at least the live ones, right? Vivian is picked first versus Evie in Push It. Let's say who we thought took that on 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Evie.
Yeah.
Not you pulling a Bob. Not you pulling a Bob.
Let's just make sure we all on the same accord. No, I do think Evie definitely took that. Vivian had some antics that I think she thought would have pulled her through, but Evie is a great lip syncer. I think we've already said that, but it made sense.
What is up with Vivian rolling around the stage like a pig in mud?
She definitely did her TikTok performance.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you doing this? That's not going to go viral, and this shit is not going to go viral either.
I think
Vivian, stop doing that.
I think that Vivian knows that a hack to winning a lip sync is making RuPaul laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she was going for what she knows, and she did that because the TikTok video RuPaul was laughing, but Ru was laughing that whole episode. So I think the Vivian just was like, let's just do that. Because she really can't compete with Evie on a lip sync basis. But she looked really pretty. That nude outfit was very cute.
Yeah. The gag is, I think that the Vivian actually was doing a pretty decent job until she kind of started rolling around like that, and I'm just like, I don't understand why, because she had the push, she was pushing out a baby or a turd or whatever she was doing. That was kind of gaggy. That was up Viv's alley. It was funny and it was campy and stuff like that. But then she started rolling around like Lunette the Clown, and I'm just like, I don't understand what's your issue. What's going on here, Evie?
Yeah, I agree with you, Lawrence, and also you, Eric. The antic, she's camp and she's funny, but that's what I thought when I saw she was rolling on the ground. I thought she was trying to make the video happen again, right, as a branding type of thing. But I don't think people are gonna reference the Vivienne and Vivio. So we find out that Evie does win the lip sync, and she moves on to the next round where she will eventually compete in the top two for the crown. If she had already done had hers. But next we have the remaining two, which will be Raja versus Jada. And our thoughts on who did better on 1, 2, and Jada for me. Jada for me.
Jada.
It could have went either way. Neither one of them were like spectacular. Neither one of them were terrible. It could have went either way.
Yeah. Do you guys think that by this time they're like folks are trying to like basically seeing how it's going to go and they're not like giving their all, or you think that these are actually really good Lollapaloozas?
This wasn't a good Lala.
This season
wasn't.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Lauren. Sorry.
No, I mean I'm just like in just terms of like this episode, like it was. I mean, Push It is such a high energy song. Like that, like when I see like just the missed opportunity. When I see like the missed opportunity that this song could have had like on the main stage with like the two right queens, like Salt and Pepper, like come on, like, and then we kind of got that. It kind of felt like Evie won by like default, you know. Like I know Evie's like a good lip syncer, but even Evie wasn't turning it like for like I needed like a I needed to soak it up, like I needed like sweat on the forehead type of lip sync, like. I needed to believe, and I didn't believe either one of them. Kind of the same thing with like Jada and Raja. I'm like, okay, they both did like good, but I don't think that like, I mean, I was rooting for Jada. I was yelling in the bar like Jada, like let's go, and I wasn't getting like, I was like, girl, what's going on? But again, like this has to be like the most stress that they're ever put under anytime like they're in front of this TV screen. You have all of these fans you have to worry about. You have to worry about like how everything's kind of look on the runway, right? Like you're doing your own hair, you're coiffing your own hair, makeup rather, and like you have so many different, and you have to impress RuPaul every single time. You have to like be subject to being critiqued like all the time. Yeah. So it's possible that a lot of these queens honestly really did like just kind of check out. Like you kind of don't want to advance anymore. Like you're probably just tired. Like it's over. You know, and last week when Viv was just like, oh my God, like it's over. That's a real emotion. I mean, she laughed behind it, but girl, I feel you. Because, I mean, as viewers, it's a little exhausting to watch sometimes, but as a participant, I can only imagine, like, how exhausting stuff like that is. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I hated every lip sync song. I hated
every lip sync song or every lip sync performance?
Song. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah,
Push It is one of those commercial songs like This Is How We Do It in Poison that I have no interest in ever hearing in any location. And I was just
I'm with you. I hate that shit too.
I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want any commercial shit on this runway. None of it. H&M included. So for me, yeah, I wasn't enthused from jump. I do think that Jada had more energy than Raja, and I feel like we haven't seen any dimensions from Raja performance-wise in terms of lip syncs this season, so that's why I was kind of like, well, let's just give it to Jada.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Raja's lip sync this time was much
better. Was it much better?
Color. Huh?
It was much better?
What? Honestly, that first performance was so bad, she had nowhere to go but up. So, I mean, I appreciated that she at least knew the words. I mean,
yes, she knew the words.
Better in color. I mean, she couldn't give a fuck about Lizzo. I mean, Raja was like, honey.
Yeah, I think that this was the song selections for this entire episode wasn't my favorite. I actually did like, this is my first time hearing Let's Hear It for the Boys. And apparently it's from Greece, and I do like it. Or Grease Footloose. One of those. But I actually,
from Denise Williams.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was an interesting song. But Raja takes the win there, and I have to say I was quite surprised, but I feel like that song is up Raja's alley.
Yeah, and I think that they probably did that on purpose. We'll get to that, but I feel like they did that on purpose.
Yes, because we're going to talk about the rigomoris of the song selections and the revelation that each box has the same exact song in it.
Oh, that's been said for years now. Though.
Oh, you've heard that already? You guys heard that already?
That's been said for years, that no matter what, like, it was always going to be those songs like there, and I believe that 150%.
I do too.
Yeah. I recently heard that and was like, gag. So now we have I keep saying the bottom two, but the top two queens for she done already done had hers and the grand prize of $50,000, and that is Evie versus Raja. And they are performing Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves. Who do you guys think took really, actually, besides we know who won that, who do you guys really think took it?
Evie. She did more.
Yeah.
I think Raja took that.
And
do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That Raja was embodying the song like more to me than Evie. Evie kind of fell into like a lot of like the campiness. So like the gag was cool and everything, but I think that like we're kind of leaning into a thing where like for lip syncs, like you want to feel that the person is like feeling out the song, and it's a lot less about like the stunts and like what have you. Last week, Monet busted a split at the completely right time. It was a clean split during the Supernova lip sync. The camera panned over to her, and Ruth still chose Shay. And I think it's because Shay had just like a little bit more of like a tighter like grip on like the song in general, whereas like Monet was just kind of, and Shay also ended the song like a little better than like Monet did, like to me. So I think that it's great to always kind of see like gags and stuff like that, but the gag was also like, I love Evie, but the gag really wasn't like that gaggy. What made it as gaggy as it kind of did was the editing, right? They slowed it down. They panned over to Michelle and to make you feel like, oh my God, no, not Evie. Like, why didn't like what? They did all that just to give it to Raja anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Production and editing, they definitely do play to the viewers and who they are really projecting to win by the end of the lip sync, and we can see that in the facial expressions. I think we even seen that in some of the challenges. While there were no harsh critiques this season, or at least the ones that they decided to show us, we kind of get an idea of where it's going to go. And I think the song choices were dead giveaway of like who's going to win for each Lollapalooza. Lauren, Eric, you said Evie took that. Why do you think Evie took that for you?
I don't know. It could have been what Lawrence was talking about with the drama. It could have been. I've never been, and as much as I love Raja, y'all know I'm the vice president of the fan club, I've just never been a big Raja lip sync enthusiast. Like, I don't think since Carmen Carrera's lip sync with her have I been a Raja lip sync enthusiast. And I just felt like Evie did better. I just wanted it to be called the way I was watching it. And I feel like nothing was called the way I watched it.
Yeah. Like, are we watching the same thing?
The whole time. Like, from start to finish. I was like, what is this?
Okay. So, guys, watch the lip sync again. And then, like, obviously we have a group chat. And then, like, discuss, like, if you really don't think that Raja actually... Like, Aretha Franklin is definitely more in Raja's, like, wheelhouse than Lizzo. Like, I think Raja cares about Lizzo.
But you know what? Can I also let me just add that I feel like with the song choices, I feel with the winter season, I think they know who they want to crown. And I think we see a pattern between she already got hers and the Queen of All Queens. I think we see a clear why, right? So when it came down to the Lollapalooza in season 14, they had Willow Pill and some other Bosco doing Never Too Much. Like fucking
will not let that lip sync go.
No, because why are they lip syncing to that song? Like, it was anybody's game. Like, give us a curveball. Please just give us a curveball. And so then we do have our winner, who is Raja. and they are, and she is crowned the queen of She Already Done Had Hers. So, moving on to the battle of the queens of all queens, we have Jinx versus Shay, and that is Judas. Jinx win. Do we agree? Jinx versus Shay.
Hell no! I don't agree with that. Jinx was like sweeping the floor with her belly button. I was like, what the fuck is going on? First of all, this is how you know, like, for a fact that even the queens are probably privy to what they're gonna sing. It's just all for production. Why would Shay come out in something like that?
Why do I have this on?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna be lip syncing to Judas, why would Jinx, she always looks like that, but I mean, it just seemed way too coincidental. And if it's on TV, it can't be that coincidental. Like, there has to, like, they probably knew, right? You're gonna give Evie all of these old songs, really?
Right. Yeah.
And then you're gonna give Jinx like Judah, which is like witchy and Lady Gaga-y, and like what, so she can have a fighting
Yes, very rigorous. And so
rigorous.
Jinx wins that clearly. It's a Lady Gaga song, which is right up her alley. We have Trinity versus Monet and So What by Pink, which is the battle of the twinners, and Monet wins. Do we both agree? Do we all agree? I say yes with Monet winning.
No.
That was a bad lip sync.
Yeah.
Like, that was a bad lip sync. I was like, Monet, Trinity, like, what is going on around here? It wasn't in either one of their wheelhouses. Like, it just was.
Yeah.
Song selection.
I didn't like it.
It just was not, and I love Pink, I really do. But no. On top of it, I think Trinity should have won. She gave me a little more Pink there, but Trinity, no. Did Trinity touch this time? Was it a contact sport, this lip sync?
It was a contact sport because Monet made it a contact sport and started topping Trinity on national television, and Paramount Plus was like, no, we're editing this out and we're only showing faces.
And boy, did they.
They
went all the way into Trinity. Like, they're, no.
Yeah. So maybe it was Trinity that Monet hooked up with. But Monet eventually beats her twinner, and then now we have the top two queens for Queen of All Queens, Jinx versus Monet, for the crown of Queen of All Queens, performing a lip sync by Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj, Swish Swish. And our winner and a Queen of All Queens of this season, All-Star 7, all winners, is Jinx Monsoon. So it is monsoon season all over again. Are you guys happy with this winner?
I'm happy that Jinx won. Kind of disappointed just because I wanted like a twist, so that way it wasn't so predictable. But Jinx absolutely deserved to win this season. Now you can like drug me up and knock me out, but you cannot convince me that Jinx Monsoon beat Monet in that lip sync.
I don't think anyone can be convinced. Like, literally, Stevie Wonder texted me right after and was just, you see this shit? Like, what is going on?
Stop
and I was like, honey, I don't know, because but notice how RuPaul framed that after the lip sync. Based on this lip sync and all of the work that you've done this season.
Yes.
When the hell did RuPaul ever say anything like that before?
Never.
He didn't say that for any of the other lip syncs. He didn't say that for, because Shay was never gonna make it over Jinx, so it didn't need to be said. Like, this was going to happen. But Raja winning Queen of All Queens, she already done had hers, and Jinx winning that. Those are the two oldest contestants of RuPaul's Drag Race from seasons past.
That's what it was.
That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's just not. Like, you can't say really track record, because Monet went into it with 5 stars and Jinx went into it with 4. Now, in terms of challenge wins, I mean, Jinx. Hello. Yeah. But in terms of like as many stars and whatever, which seemed to be important up until now, no. Monet looked better in the lip sync. She did better in the lip sync, and they couldn't even edit that well around everything. No. We still saw that she did better. than Jinx did.
I'll say that the Monet definitely did a better job in this lip sync. She definitely the money, the voguing, she danced the house down boots, and she ate Jinx up. Of course, I really love this lip sync song, but ultimately RuPaul had to put it in there, and she better start saying that for the futures to come, because we need to at least kind of make sense of what these decisions. Yes, Jinx did well the entire season, so that makes sense that she would frame it like that. We do see a pattern between our OG queens winning. That she had already had hers with Raja, and now the queen of all queens is Jinx Monsoon's original winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, and now the winner of $200,000.
I just want to say that Jinx does deserve this. I bust Jinx's chops all the time and whatever, but Jinx absolutely has been consistent from start to finish. She's been gracious. She's been like everything. The same way that she was on season 5. The growth has been like impeccable. Like
very deserving.
She did that. She did that. She did that, and she deserves it too.
Absolutely. She had a very well showing. Well, we have our queens of all queens. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and all of the support throughout this entire review show and season. Congratulations to Jinx Monsoon on a well-deserved win, and I am Derek. Thank you so much, Lawrence and Eric.
Are we not going over our cast?
Yes. Before we go, you did ask us a very great question of who would we like to see on the next All-Star season, so I think we should honor that.
Definitely. Okay, well, we should do that. And who do you guys... So before this, I had Eric and Lawrence both come up with their next All-Stars winners cast, a cast of 8. Lawrence, let's hear yours. I'm dying to hear it.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my notes together. Fuck.
I can go if you have it already. Oh, perfect.
Anus thing is possible. I mean, Alaska. First queen that came to mind when I thought, winner, chicken dinner. So Alaska is my first. Next, Lawrence Cheney. Next, Aquaria. I would love to see Aquaria back on my screen again. Next, Isis Couture from Canada Season 2. I would love to see Isis Couture in an all-star season. Might be a little early, but Bob the Drag Queen. If Monet could do that, I'd be really curious to see like Bob's growth also as well from that robot suit from season 8.
That seems like right.
Simone Ye. Oh, I love Simone. I love Simone. She can be on my screen anytime. Actually, I'm going to say Violet Chachki because someone has to go home first. And then last but not least, if they would extend the invite to her and she would accept it, it would so be my honor to see Miss Tyra Sanchez back on my fucking screen again. Absolutely. I would love to see Tyra Sanchez.
Yeah.
Just, oh my God, I would fucking cry, I think. I love her so much. So those are my 8.
That's a really good 8. We align there. Eric, who's your top 8 for the next season of All Stars, All Winners?
Can you go first? I wrote the wrong list.
Yeah, for sure. I can go first. I would say BB, just because she definitely deserved to be on an All-Star season and not All-Stars 3. I was also add Aquaria in there, young fashion queen, giving them a run for their money. I would kill to see Simone back on our screens again because I know she's going to give us the things. I know she's going to give us looks, and it is just an honor to see what Simone pulls out from the main stage. I would root for Simone so hard.
Yeah, I love Simone.
Alaska, just because she is also a powerhouse, I just think Alaska just comes out with some great, interesting looks. Like she really does. Like she comes out with a gag, and I would really love Alaska, and she's good TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Trixie humble herself enough to come on the All Stars All Winners season 2.
Eric, did you find the correct list?
I would love to see Trixie because she has a lot to prove, right? We always say that she wasn't deserved. Well, some people say that she wasn't deserving of her crown.
Pretty much everyone.
So
including the
I would
other
love
queens.
to see what she does. Okay, the makeup, sure, but let's see the looks, honey. Where are the looks, honey? I want to see the looks for Trixie. I'm going to throw Bob in there because why not? It was a missed opportunity to not have Bob this season with Monet, but we enjoyed him on a pit stop. I absolutely love Bob, and I will want to see what he does on the runway and in the challenges. And I would like to see Kylie again. I love Kylie. I think she is so beautiful. I would really love for Kylie to be a part of this ensemble and get acquainted because I'd hardly ever see her with any other queens, at least winners. And for my last pick, I'm stuck between Priyanka and Lawrence Chaney.
We'll go with Lawrence Chaney.
Okay. Well, it makes sense because RuPaul crowned her. And Priyanka, I thought she was the first queen. So that's my top 8. But let's go with Lawrence Chaney because you guys say he's super funny.
Lawrence Chaney is great. My list consists of Tyra, Chad, Simone, Bianca, Aquaria, Bob, Violet, and Alaska.
Oh, you guys really are shooting for Violet.
I just need the extra drama, and her and Bianca together would be chaotic. And Bob, that would be funny.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be
a funny season.
That's too much. That is so many powerhouses in one season. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Well, thank you guys for sharing your All-Stars cast from our list to RuPaul's ears.
Period.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Until next time, everyone, and thank you for all your support. I am Derek. Thank you both, Eric and Lawrence, for being fabulous this whole season. And
bye.
Bye.